Soon, voters will have the option to help improve city streets, and your deal of the day is pumping money into Tucson's economy. These stories and more coming up next on Tucson City News in Review. Hello, I'm Lane Mandel, and welcome to Tucson City News in Review, a program that looks back on the stories Tucson 12 has produced over the last few weeks. Our first story gives you the quick facts behind Prop 409. It's an option to fund improvements to our streets that the City of Tucson is asking voters to consider this November.
Everyone, it seems, has an opinion about the city's streets.
I live on the south side of Tucson, and I work all over because I do care provider work. They're bad.
Lots of potholes. Mostly the potholes are the biggest problem.
There's lots of bumps and just cracks that shouldn't be there. It's hard on a motorcycle.
To improve the condition of city streets, the City of Tucson is giving voters the option to consider Proposition 409 on the November ballot. The proposition calls for $100 million in general obligation bonds to be issued and invested over a 5-year period to restore, repair, and resurface streets inside Tucson city limits. Approximately $99 million of the $100 million will be competitively bid out to the private sector to resurface city streets. The remaining $1 million will be needed to cover the cost of issuing the bonds. The estimated residential tax impact of the bond program is $18 per year per $100,000 of full cash value, as determined by the Pima County assessor. A frequently asked question about the proposed bond is, why can't the city use existing funds to resurface streets?
The City of Tucson uses Highway Users Tax Fund revenues for street resurfacing, and those funding sources have reduced significantly in the past few years. We've seen a reduction of $13 million over just the past couple of years, and the reasons for those reductions have to do with less revenue coming in from fuel-efficient vehicles and the state of Arizona sweeping some of those funds for other purposes.
Under Proposition 409, approximately 130 miles of major streets and 114 miles of neighborhood streets will be resurfaced. Because major streets are traveled more frequently at higher speeds, approximately 85% of bond funds will be allocated to major streets and the remainder allocated to neighborhood streets. To select the streets to be improved, the city's transportation department uses a comprehensive engineering analysis to evaluate street conditions and determine the appropriate paving treatment. The data collected is used to ensure the most efficient use of funds for street resurfacing.
We're going to be working on those streets, what would be in the mid-range condition, those that are just prior to them falling into the worst condition. Your best value, if you will, for streets is to present them to getting into the worst condition. We're going to look at mill and overlay process, we're going to look at a micro surfacing process, and we're going to look at a fog seal process. And it's the right application at the right time.
The mayor and council have adopted a truth in bonding policy to ensure that no change can be made to the purpose of the bond funds, which is to resurface city streets, without going back to voters for approval. A Citizen Bond Oversight Commission will oversee the expenditure of bond funds to ensure they are expended as approved by voters. For more information about Proposition 409, call 791-4204. You can send email to streetbonds@tucsonaz.gov or visit tucsonaz.gov/streetbonds.
Last month, we introduced you to the dynamic trio that's building Urban Fresh, a new market that's coming to downtown. And as you may recall, they've already taken the first step to start their new business.
On this day, the City of Tucson grants Urban Fresh a business license and welcomes them to a thriving downtown community.
All right, your receipt is your temporary license until your permanent one comes in the mail.
Okay.
Awesome.
Wonderful. We're in business.
We're in business.
Thank you.
Okay, partner.
That's right, partners.
In this installment, we follow another part of the Urban Fresh team as they make their way through the city's Department of Planning and Development Services.
With 2 sets of plans in tow, architect Vince Catalano and businessman Fiore Iannacone are on a mission to get a building permit for their new venture, Urban Fresh.
Is this going to be another restaurant?
Market.
A market? Yeah. Oh, okay. That's going to be neat here.
With 6 stores in downtown Tucson over the last 25 years under his belt, Iannacone thought he knew what to expect this go-around.
You're going to be getting credits for the building permit fees on those.
Because I wasn't aware of that, and I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, it's going to be up to $10,000. So the only thing you're going to be paying for is your plan review fee. So that's a really good thing. So bring on more business downtown.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep that in mind.
And so begins the review process for Urban Fresh.
Geared towards the healthy vegetarian.
Yeah.
Well, there you are. That's it. Just need zoning now.
Jason, thanks for your help.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
That was an easy one. They're all out here to help you out.
The City of Tucson has really assisted us with the process of permitting. We've met with staff here and they were very accommodating and we were able to get through the process quickly.
Here's the existing space and we're demolishing the bathroom because it doesn't meet handicap requirements and enlarging it and making it more available to the public. So basically we're relocating the bathroom so it's closer.
Vince Catalano has also seen a welcome change in the city's review process.
I think the staff has an understanding that they really want to support small businesses in the community. So they're willing to work with you and ask you the right questions and assist you through the process.
And the stamps of approval mark the start of another downtown business for Iannacone.
So what we're going to create is a kitchen area in the back, as we talked about, along with our ADA bathrooms. Our prep area will be in the back. Then there'll be a 6-foot salad prep area right in here, along with our additional workspace. We'll have counters surrounding this area. Then as we move to the front, we're going to have a service counter right here, and we're going to have a customer counter right here.
This 712 square foot space may not be much now, but in the eyes of an entrepreneur, the opportunities are endless.
So yeah, I get real excited about the layout of the store, and this is going to be a very, very exciting location. Functionally, it's going to work really well for providing all these wonderful products to the public.
Urban Fresh hopes to share those wonderful products with the public this December. We'll keep you posted on their progress, so stay tuned. With this streetcar just around the corner, Urban Fresh is just one of many new developments downtown. And now the urban core is expanding to include areas like 4th Avenue, the West Side, and the University of Arizona. Let's take a look.
I mean, this is a beautifully designed building. Federal money and local money went into this.
At a recent meeting of the Downtown Tucson Partnership, CEO Michael Keith presented examples of private investment downtown, $208 million worth in just the last 5 years. There's the renovation of Roy Place, Plaza Centro Garage, the Scott Avenue Streetscape, Maynard's Restaurant, the new Unisource building, and more. Now with the streetcar project well underway, new development on the 4-mile corridor is ramping up. During a quick tour that began downtown, Keith couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, pretty incredible. Pretty incredible indeed. Here and at the top of the new central garage, 500 student beds, 20,000 square foot of retail. There'll be 2 towers behind us right here and another 3 stories on top of that parking garage.
Keith says projects like these are only the beginning.
There are 7 more restaurants coming to this district in the next 12 to 18 months. The only reason this is happening is because the streetcar knits everything together so beautifully.
Linking downtown to the west side, the university on the east, and 4th Avenue, the streetcar is changing what people think when they think downtown.
Traditionally, downtown was considered that little half-mile block in the central business district. But now with this increasing density, you're seeing an urban experience along the entire 4-mile corridor that's going to look and feel and operate like a downtown.
traveling west, the streetcar will traverse the new Luis Gutierrez Bridge. It's a good vantage point to view more new development.
Over here we have the Sentinel Plaza, a beautiful new structure for senior citizens that replaced the Army Park Senior Center. The Mercado building over here with Augustine's and all the different restaurants that have moved in here. And 36 incredible residences that have come over here in this beautiful Spanish colonial style. This has become one of the premier subdivisions in downtown Tucson. And none of this would have been possible without Rio Nuevo. There is substantial investment that the public never sees that makes projects like this possible.
And on the east end of downtown near the U of A,
this is a 14-story student housing tower that's going up here with retail and parking.
Keith says investment in housing, retail, and businesses within a half-mile of the tracks could reach $2 to $4 billion. University Medical Center is the easternmost stop for the streetcar.
The development potential here is as great as any other place that we've seen. There are a lot of professionals here on campus. A friend of mine actually lives in Mercado. His wife works here, and she's going to be able to get up in the morning on the far west side of the freeway, jump on the streetcar, come here for work, come back, stop, shop, and go home again, and never get in a car. This is our calling card now as we go forward as a community, as a city. We're going to be able to recruit people to Tucson because of this corridor. We're going to be able to retain our young professionals. We're going to be able to attract new businesses. This is a game changer for Tucson.
Wow, a year from now, Tucson will be filled with new energy. And now here's a new venture that's already stimulating our economy and could be the best deal you've had all day.
Thanks for Living Social. This is Natalie.
In its first 2 weeks in operation,
Is there anything else I can help you out with today?
Living Social has employed 150 people in Tucson,
That's correct.
helping more than 70 million members worldwide find daily deals at restaurants, spas, to travel. Living Social has based its first dedicated customer care call center in Tucson.
3, 2, 1. As mayor of the city of Tucson, I'm happy to welcome Living Social to our community. It's a company that is compatible with what our community is and wants to continue to be.
Last year, the company pumped over $4 million into Tucson's economy.
We sold 1.5 million in 24 hours. 1.5 million vouchers with Starbucks in 24 hours. It's a world record as far as the offers business goes.
And the majority of those calls were handled right here in Tucson by customer service reps like Natalie Boyd.
And how can I help you today? Living Social is a blast, as a matter of fact. It's a great company. It's about interacting with people. It's about having an opportunity to experience new adventures in a town or new businesses in a city that you might not necessarily have known about. So we provide that opportunity to introduce people to local businesses.
Living Social plans to hire an additional 30 employees by the end of the year. For now, this first wave of employees is enjoying the culture and energy that defines Living Social.
Well, I'd like to once again thank you for Living Social.
Well, have a great day out there.
Love that quote on the pillar. Champion good ideas. What a coup for Tucson to land companies like Living Social. That wraps it up for this edition. For more information about the city of Tucson, be sure to visit TucsonAZ.gov. For Tucson 12, I'm Lane Mandel, and I'll see you next time on Tucson City News in Review.